useless. Yet, Civil Society Forum for Nuclear Weapon Free Zone held 29th of April announced declaration and recommendations for the second conference of state parties and signatories to the treaties that establish nuclear weapon-free zone and 2010 2010 NPT Review Conference, in which Civil Society Forum expressed to support the movement toward the realization of Northeast Asia nuclear-free zone, along with other nuclear-free zones, such as Middle East, Arctic, Central Europe. Moreover, Secretary Hillary Clinton expressed their, Hillary Clinton showed their intention in her remarks to ratify or sign non-nuclear, nuclear weapon-free zone. Quote, and today I am announcing we will submit protocols to the United States Senate to ratify our participation in the nuclear weapon-free zones that have been established in Africa and the South Pacific. And we are prepared to consult with the parties to the nuclear weapons-free zone in Central Southeast Asia in an effort to reach agreement that would allow us to sign those proposals as well. We support the effort to realize the goal of weapons of mass destruction-free zone in the Middle East in accordance with the 1995 Middle East Resolution. This development encouraged me, and I can see a rise of hope in the future toward the realization of Northeast Asia nuclear weapon-free zone. So let's turn to the joint statement. Come back to the joint statement. The fifth, we declare our unconditional support for efforts toward a world free of nuclear weapons, laid out in the speeches by President Barack Obama and UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon, believing that such efforts have opened the window of opportunity for achieving the denuclearization of Northeast Asia. I wish closer cooperation with our friends here toward the denuclearization of Northeast Asia by grasping all available opportunities, including the NPT Review Conference. Thank you.
Mr. Hiraoka, thank you for your very important and meaningful report, including hot information. And I think that this workshop has two characteristics. One is parliamentarian cooperation of Japan and South Korea. And the second is the delegations of local authorities in Japan participated in this workshop. And the next session is the appeals of delegation of National Council of Japan nuclear-free local authorities. First of all, Mr. Tomihisa Taue, Mayor of Nagasaki City and President of National Council of Japan nuclear-free local authorities. Please.
日韓 NGO ワークショップ主催の NGO 代表者の皆様、また会場の皆様、今日は会議の貴重な時間に発言の機会をいただきまして心から感謝申し上げます。私は長崎市長の田上富久と申します。
I would like to thank the representatives of the Japanese and Korean NGOs and all other participants here in this room for giving me the opportunity to deliver a speech. My name is Tomihisa Taue, the Mayor of Nagasaki City.
2010年の核不拡散条約再検討会議がついに始まりました。昨年、オバマ大統領が核兵器のない世界の実現を目指すと世界に訴え、核兵器をめぐる情勢が大きく変化している中での初めての NPT 再検討会議の開催になります。国際社会の期待はこれまでになく高く、皆さんをはじめ世界中から NGO や市民団体、平和団体がニューヨークに集まりアピール活動を展開しています。私も被爆地の市長として平和市長会議の副会長として、そして日本非核宣言自治体協議会の会長としてニューヨークに参りました。特に日本非核宣言自治体協議会では副会長の海老根藤沢市長、竹内枚方市長とともに代表団を派遣しております。また長崎からは被爆者をはじめとする数十人の市民も NPT 再検討会議を後押しするためにニューヨークに来ています。
So the 2010 review conference of the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty has finally begun. This is the first review conference since US President Obama called for a world free from nuclear weapons, and the situation concerning nuclear weapons accordingly changed drastically. The expectations of the international community are higher than ever before, and therefore many NGOs, including those of you here today, civil society organizations and peace groups are gathered here in New York. I too come here as the mayor of a city attacked by an atomic bomb, as vice president of Mayors for Peace, and as president of the National Council of Japan Nuclear-Free Local Authorities. I would like to today highlight that the National Council of Japan Nuclear-Free Local Authorities has sent a delegation today, including its vice presidents, Mayor of Fujisawa City, Yasunori Ebine, and Mayor of Hirakata City, Osamu Takeuchi. Also, thousands of citizens of the city of Nagasaki, including many hibakusha, are also now here in New York to encourage progress at the NPT Review Conference.
非核都市宣言はアメリカとソビエトの冷戦下の1980年、イギリスのマンチェスター市が核兵器の攻撃から市民を守るために自らの都市を非核兵器地帯であると宣言したことに始まります。宣言は世界中の都市に広がり、被爆国日本の都市にも次々に宣言をする都市が現れました。マンチェスター市が非核都市宣言をして30周年にあたる現在、私が会長を務める日本非核宣言自治体は260自治体に拡大をしています。都市にとって市民の暮らしの安全を守ることは最優先の課題であり、冷戦終了後も市民が核兵器の脅威にさらされている以上、非核宣言自治体の役割はますます重要になるものと考えています。
The Japan Nuclear-Free Local Authorities was established in 1980, while the US and the Soviet Union were still amongst the Cold War. It was driven by the city of Manchester's courageous efforts to declare itself a nuclear weapon-free zone in order to protect its residents from nuclear attacks. This example was soon followed by a large number of cities around the world, and Japanese cities were no exception. In the current year, the 30th anniversary of the City of Manchester's Nuclear-Free Declaration, the National Council of Japan Nuclear-Free Local Authorities, of which I am chair, has 260 member cities. For cities, protecting the lives of its citizens is of the highest priority. I believe that even after the conclusion of the Cold War, as long as we are still frightened by the threat of nuclear weapons, nuclear-free local authorities will continue to play a greater role.
私たち被爆地の市民は原子爆弾による惨禍を経験した被爆者の世界の誰にもあの悲惨な体験をさせたくないという思いを受け継いで核兵器廃絶を訴え続けてきました。しかし一方で被爆国である我が国